All right, just a Tesla update here. So going in and looking at this on smaller time frames, I think the third wave is coming to an end. Originally, I thought this was, but you can see here on the daily, we haven't gotten a red candle yet. I think we are finishing up right now, where it's at right now, the third wave of this final move higher. So that means that we're still looking for that correction. Let me zoom in here and I'll show you what I'm looking at. So we have wave 1, wave 2, that's pretty obvious. Then we get 1, 2. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clearly a fourth wave right here. It dropped 25 bucks. And then we get 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this is where it gets very interesting. We get a extension. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this should be the end of it. I mean, I can't say for sure how far this is going to go up. Maybe it'll go up early next week to 440 or something. It's possible. But as far as the waves go, it looks like this is a 9-wave extension. So overall, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you get the extension right here. But then that's only wave 3. So you have 1, 2, 3. Still looking for that red candle on the daily. Let's zoom out here. So let's assume that 431 is going to be the top. I would be looking for a pullback probably to like 405 or so. But then after that pullback, however long that takes, could take a week, could take a couple weeks, whatever. The reason I have this area right here is because that is the closest demand zone that I could find, and it makes sense with the fibs. So 405, and then I would be looking for, oh, and I found a new way of looking at this too. 1, 2, 3, 4, you get the red candle right there. Anyway, so that's a fourth wave, then you would expect one more move higher after that. So you can see how this is pretty tough when it gets extensions. It's not always going to be perfect, and when it extends, it makes it even harder. But if it goes to 405, I would expect like 475 at that point for the end of wave 3. And then who knows, maybe that will extend. But zooming out here, the fact that we broke this parallel line means that this is either a wave 3 or a C wave. Which one? I've always thought that this was a corrective move, but maybe this is some kind of impulse. Smaller 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pullback because we crossed the parallel line. However, the 1.61 fib of this right here is sitting at 580. So if we go to 475, after 475, so let's say we go up here to 430, pull back to 405, then go to 475. Then I would be looking for a correction after that, maybe just back to 400 again, or potentially 360. That's the bigger demand zone right there. So I'm expecting it to look like $475 and then something like that, and then up here to 580. 580 is going to be 3 or C. I'd probably expect that sometime in mid to late 2025. So this is probably going to run through January, but we're probably going to get a small pullback from here. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let me erase these real quick. It's crazy that it's still going on. It's pretty crazy. There's a chance that this is actually, let me see here. Is this potentially another extension? If that's the case, might be looking at 450. Wow, crazy. If it goes to 450, that's going to change the pullback levels. When I was looking on Black Box, though, let's go to Tesla. So I like to look at what's going on. Where are they selling the options? So let me go to over 1 million. So they are selling tons of calls here. At the bid or below the bid typically means that they're selling calls because they're not. When you're trying to get into a stock, you're buying above the ask. You want to get into it quick. Below the bid means the opposite. Go to puts, and they're not selling any puts. So that means it has to be bearish from here. So we'll find out what happens. That's my take on Tesla. Should be getting ready to start a fourth wave down early next week. I don't know how long this is going to take, but it should be about finished.